So now we're explaining to you. Stay with us. You're really going to like this. By the end of this day, you will understand this. And as you move forward in the next few days, things that you've been wanting will be realities, and you will understand it's because your vibration has shifted as a result of this understanding. So just softly listen and enjoy this explanation. So we've been talking recently about this vortex, and now we're telling you that where you stand, because of what you think and how you feel, you are creating a vibrational grid. It's like a framework of things that will fill in with manifestation. We'll fill in with more abundance. We'll fill in with more vitality. We'll fill in with more friends. We'll fill in with each and every detail of all of the things that you've been asking for that are right now, some of them, only a vibrational reality. And since you've been saying, Abraham, I appreciate the concept of the vibrational reality. I'll even go along with you and call it the vortex of creation. But until some of that stuff starts manifesting, I'm not feeling very excited about the concept of the vortex. And we say, well, then let's marry it with the concept of the grid. And as you prepare a vibrational nucleus, the contents of the vortex will flow right in and fill in your grid. Not all at once. You wouldn't want that. You don't want to eat all the food that you're going to eat for the rest of this life today, do you? You really don't. You want it to come incrementally and satisfyingly, but you don't want it all today. And you don't want the contents of your vortex to download into your experience all today. You don't. You want it to come incrementally. You want it to come naturally. You want it to be the next logical step. You want it, in fact, don't worry about it because it can't come otherwise. You want it to come when you're ready for it. And that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about how can you be ready for what you're asking for? Because almost all of you would say, I'm ready now. I'm ready to win the lottery. It's why I buy tickets every day. I'm ready to find my lover. I'm ready. And we say, if you are ready, it's happened. And if it hasn't happened, you're not ready. So what are you going to do to get ready? You got to stop doing that thing that you do that keeps you from being ready. I got to stop doing that thing I do that keeps me from being ready. What do you mean? You know, talking about the absence of what you want. That's that thing you do that keeps you from being ready. You don't mean to, but you keep practicing the vibration of the absence of what you want. And you got to cut that out. Well, that means I have no friends left. Because that's pretty much what we all talk about. Can't watch television. It's what they talk about. So what do I do? And we say, first just accept that what you want is there. And that all you have to do is prepare yourself vibrationally. And just like water flows downstream, it will begin flowing into your experience. And then try just a little bit some of the things that we'll be talking about here today. And watch how some of those things that have been holding out begin coming in. And as you acknowledge, I can see how my deliberate effort, we use that word very softly, my deliberate effort, my deliberate focus, my deliberate caring about feeling good, so I deliberately contoured my thoughts into more general thoughts that felt better. I can see how this manifestation is a direct response of that, a direct response. And then it's really nice if you pay attention to all things that come, wanted and unwanted, because it's all the same. When something really wonderful happens, Esther would say, as these concepts were new to her, I did that. She just felt exhilarated. She could see the trail. And when something unwanted happens, she says, I did that. I did that too. Don't you love knowing that you have the ability to contour your vibration all day, every day into precisely that which will please you? And don't you love this cooperative universe that is showing you the components that are equaling the vibration that you've got going on? Don't you love knowing that there's no chance, there's no fate, there's no someone else pushing themselves into your experience? There's no assertion. There's no lack of control. You have complete control because you have the ability to think and feel and watch what happens, and then think and feel and watch what happens, and then think and feel and watch what happens. It's so wonderful to be in mindful, deliberate control of your own vibration, because things are always working out for you, no matter how it looks at any point in time. Things are always working out for you. And as soon as you acknowledge that and begin deliberately applying your ability to think and feel, and then watch the cooperative, benevolent, loving universe say, here you go, just what you ask for. Here you go, just what you ask for. Oh, didn't mean to ask for that. Well, here you go, just what you asked for. Didn't mean to ask for that either. Well, here you go, just what you asked for. Maybe I need to rethink this. Maybe I need to rethink it and refeel it and rethink it and refeel it and rethink it and refeel it. Here you go, just what you asked for. Much better. We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You'll notice a perfect unfolding as we're moving forward here today. You already have a sense of what we want to talk about with you. We want to help you get to the vibrational frequency that allows what you want. We want to help you tune to who you really are. We want you to not worry about anything that happens, because everything that is happening, we're just going to enjoy it ourselves for a minute. Everything that is happening to you, everything that is happening to you, everything that is happening to you is temporary. Because it's responding to your now frequency, now frequency, now frequency, now frequency, now frequency. So if there's something happening and you don't like it, you just got to change your now frequency. It's really as simple as that. And it really is more simple than you know. So, you were non-physical before you came into this physical body, and that larger part of you still is. We would like to say that in another way. You were consciousness before the consciousness was focused into your body, and that consciousness, that perspective consciousness, still exists while the consciousness that you call your personality is focused in your physical body. Do you get that? Most humans don't. They think, I was not alive, and then I'm alive, and then I'm going to be dead, and then I'm going to be in heaven. Or, you have different opinions about where you will be. And we want you to understand that you were consciousness then, you are consciousness now, but there is a non-physical consciousness that is you that you've got to factor into the equation, because it equals everything about what you're living. It equals how you feel in every moment. And more important than anything else, if you will allow it, it equals your conscious ability to access that broader perspective, and therefore have the benefit of that guidance and that leverage, and therefore that fun, and therefore that meaning, therefore that reason for being alive to begin with, you see. You know that you never live a moment of a day without the larger part of you living it with you. But what happens to so many humans is you don't know that larger part of you is living it with you, because you found some unreasonable, really silly excuse to migrate away from the vibrational center of who you really are. So your life is muted. So you're like going through the motions of life. Anyone who's not feeling positive, joyous emotion in the moment is going through the motions of life in the moment. So we think you're hearing us, and we know for sure that your life as it unfolds in the days that are before you will cause you to reflect back on some of this conversation. So we're just going to give you a brief recap, and then off we're going to go into so much fun for this day. Here's the recap. You were source, and the larger part of you still is source, and here you are in your body having some kind of a relationship with source. The more eager you are about life, the more intertwined your relationship with source is. We've been calling that your inner being. Esther is now relating it to Jerry in large part, because she can feel when she gets in the right vibration and she's focused upon something that's important to her, she can feel a clarity that is descending upon her that she associates and recognizes with the clarity that Jerry had about those particular subjects. And she realizes that she has non-physical energy, in this case she's wanting to call it Jerry, focused with her and adding to what she knows about the subject, the way she delivers what she knows about the subject. In other words, she had a conversation with the man about the swimming pool in Texas the other day and knew stuff she has no business knowing. She knew stuff Jerry knows. Esther just didn't know she knew it. And she doesn't know it unless she's letting Jerry, who knows it, in on the conversation. You're an artist? Want to let somebody who really understands textures and depth perspective? Want to let somebody in on helping you paint your painting, who's already figured that out, who can look right through your eyes and give you an impulse and let you know what to do? You want to be driving in traffic, and you want to be tapped into somebody who has a broader view, who knows what the whole traffic pattern is, who knows not only what has already happened, but what's about to happen out there on interstate, whatever it is. You want to be guided from inside, from that broader point of view. You want to take the exit that serves you, or you want to go through the mechanics of life. Do you want to take that route because you always do? So we're just doing a little sales job here. We want to convince you that you have access to a broader perspective that is not just there to lead you to the purpose of your life. We just want you to know that you have access to guidance that for the most part you are not even coming close to utilizing with any sort of efficiency, not with the way you intended it. And when you find yourself tapped into that, it feels to you like you are on a sort of magic stream that is flowing effortlessly, where things are unfolding and everything that you want is delivering itself to you in perfect timing, as if to say, here, beloved one, we know that you want this, and this seemed like the most obvious and perfect opportunity for you to be surprised and delighted with this piece of life that we know that you want. You have access to clarity and power and energy. You have the energy that creates worlds flowing through you. And only when you know that and utilize it will you even come close to the elation in life that you expected to feel when you made the decision to come forth into this physical experience to begin with. We have enjoyed this interaction a lot. It has been a leading edge conversation where a lot of you have come into a new place of understanding. You feel like you've got something that you can go home with and apply. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, the things that we would have gotten that we feel that we could go home and apply are these. I can control the way I feel regardless of what's going on, and I seek to do that because the way I feel is everything. My emotions let me know my relationship with everything that I want. And when I control my emotion, I control my relationship with everything that I want. There is no other factor that exists anywhere in my time-space reality or elsewhere that affects the way things come to me or don't. I am singularly responsible and singularly in control of everything that happens in my experience. I have the ability to look at what is in a way that doesn't please me, or I have the ability to look at what is in a way that does please me. Whether I'm focused, past, present, or future, I'm doing it all right now. And my relationship with the opinion of my source on those same subjects is active within me right now and giving me feedback. When I feel exhilaration, I am in complete harmony with the opinion of my source. And the opinion of my source is what? What is the opinion of my source? What is it that source is really reaching for with me? What does source most want relative to me? Source wants me to be the recipient of everything that I've been asking for. And source is so determined that I will have that success, that source never strays from an understanding or from a focus upon exactly what I am wanting. So much so that my emotion lets me know when someone has strayed. And every single time it's me. And I know what to do about it now. Go general. The more specific I get, the more I stray. The more general I get, the more I come back into alignment. So I'm going to come into alignment and then I'll stray a little. And then I'll come into alignment and I'll stray a little until I have tuned my frequency to the frequency of source, to the opinion of source, to the knowing of source, to the expectation of source on everything that is important to me. And when I achieve a chronic, consistent expectation that matches the expectation that source holds for me on the subjects that matter to me, now the grid fills in, the grid fills in, the grid fills in, the grid fills in, and people who are watching me are watching in amazement. Who are you? They say. How is